Hi everyone, Jill Lancet, and yeah, I was thinking about what card I was going to make for tonight, and it's been a very sad day for me today. My really best mate Stan passed away this morning at about 5 a.m. I have no details of the funeral yet, but I am going to miss him terribly. He was just the loveliest, probably one of the last gentlemen that I will ever have the pleasure to know. But, life goes on, and I had started to make these, and I thought I'd better continue. Stan thought I was a genius. He thought I was really smart. He thought I was so clever, and he in himself was a very smart old man. So I will miss him. We had lunch every Tuesday up until he went into the home, which was just before Christmas. And I went and saw him at least once a week, and I saw him last Wednesday, and he was not looking very well, but nonetheless it's still a bit of a shock. But look, I don't want to bring everybody down. I'm going to make some cards. We are going to well, I'm not going to make the cards. I'm telling a fib here. You'll see what we're going to make. I've got some coffee to brace myself. The kids next door are playing. I've got a bit of music happening, so let's hope all of those distractions can help me carry on. Now, it's coming up to Valentine's Day, and I don't know whether you celebrate Valentine's or not, but this really fun stamp set called Be My Valentine comes with a punch that I haven't got with me at the moment, so just forgive me if I'm all over the place tonight. I've made myself sad again talking about it. But yeah, this is a fun little stamp set. You can create a little bee, give him a couple of little faces. Look, a cranky little bee. And it's based around Valentine, and it's a play on the word be my Valentine. So I thought I'd better do something Valentine-y, given that it's coming up. So I've used this little stamp set. You'll always no Happy Valentine's Day, love you. And I used these three hearts together. Now in this set, in this collection, you get I'll just show you what you get. It's on page 9 of the mini catalogue. And you get this gorgeous paper, the stamp set, the punch. You get this beautiful sweet sorbet ribbon, some little enamel kind of hearts and flowers, and these gift boxes. Well, I've had these since we did, was it World Card Making Day, or, way back last year. And I haven't done a thing with them. And they're beautiful little boxes. So I thought I'd make a box, a gift box. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be for Valentine's Day. This could be for any occasion, and I'm sure you'll agree. Sometimes you buy a little gift and you just need something to put in it. So I'm going to show you what I've done with these little boxes, and then I'm going to show you the two cards that I played around with to create a matching little cards. Now, just next door are mowing again. Their grass must be the fastest growing grass in Greystanes. Now, these are two cards that I made. Okay, this is the first one I made. There's nothing inside this one at the moment, but it's simply black and white and gold embossing. This other one is the same. It's along the same lines. But I had a vision of doing this down the side and then fussy cutting that out to create this beautiful border. I will show you close-up of those later on, and I'll talk more about them. But for now, I just want to get into these little boxes. Now, this is how they come. They come flat. And they've got these two panels that are self-adhesive, double-sided self-adhesive, already on them. And they fold up very, very easily, but they're plain. I toyed with the idea of putting some designer series paper on here, and I just thought, you know what? That's too hard. It's too hard to get those curves. I just thought, no, my brain can't cope with that. But I did do some gold embossing. Now, I'm just looking around because I can't think what I've done with the gold embossing powder. Just bear with me. What have I done with it? Oh, here it is. It's right here. Hold your horses. I found it. So what I looked at this shape. It makes a little pillow box, and it's shaped like that. And I thought, what can I do with that? So I got the 3 hearts, the 3 little hearts that are in that set. They're separate stamps. There's a small one, there's 3 smaller ones, and then there's this one, which it could be a heart, could be the background of his wings. But I lined them all up in a straight line so that there's a line going down the middle of each of the center hearts, an imaginary line. And I looked at that and I thought, that reminds me of a beautiful folk art motive. So I thought, yep, okay, I like that. And then I thought, now how would I do this? How would I do this? So this is what I've done, okay? I have my little box. Now this is the top. The one without the adhesive on it is the top of the box. It is in my house, okay? So what I've done, you probably can't even see that. I've put a little mark just there, a little mark there, there, and there. Now that's in between where the 2 points meet from each of those arcs. And with my pencil, I just drew a very, very, very light pencil mark. Now I'm going to be able to rub this out at the end of this, but I just wanted to show you how I came about this. So I'm just laying the pencil down without putting too much weight on it, and I'm just drawing a line from there to there. I'm doing the same thing over here on this side. I only marked that because it was a bit tricky to see. Because you're relying on some score lines, it's a bit hard to see. So again, I'm just doing some really light lines. Now, they form a cross, and that's the center. Okay, so then I saw these, and I saw that they would fit around here like that. So that's what I'm going to do. Now I need a foam mat under this because it is a photopolymer stamp. I want a bit of give. I'm going to put some embossing buddy on here, just like that. I just want to make sure I have it all over this whole circle, and I'm going to ink this stamp up. And when I say stamp, it's actually 3 different stamps. Now I did it in red before, and I made such a mess of it, but I just wanted to, I did the whole lot, and I just got red ink everywhere, and I thought, why did I do that? But it stained the stamp. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing, because now I can see where it's going. So forgive me if my head gets in the way. I'm going to ink this up with the Versamark, really, really ink this up. So I want a lot of ink on this, and I'm going to put the large heart and the top heart, I'm going to put the points on the line. Now, as I said, I want to be able to see this. I want you to be able to see it. So if you can see that pencil line underneath that, you'll see. This is going to be easy to place these. Now, they don't have to be perfect, but they will be uniform. So just giving that a nice good hold down. And oops, and I'm going to do the next one exactly the same way. Now, the only thing I have to worry about is how far from the center do I go. So that, once I've got that lined up, I can work that out. So I'm thinking about there. And as I said, look, this is handmade. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, you'd be wondering how it was done if it was perfect. And the next one. Now, these may or may not emboss perfectly, but again, that's the beauty of a handmade product, isn't it? So that's going on there like that. And the last one, I'm just pushing down a bit. And the last one is going on now. So there we go. And now I can emboss this in gold. Pop that away. Pop that over there. I've got my gold embossing here. And I've just got some paper underneath here to catch the embossing powder. And I think you'll agree this looks pretty nice. So once I've done this, I can heat it, and then we can erase those pencil lines. A little bit more there. Okay, so I'm going to put this back in there before something terrible happens. Yep. Right. There we go. And now I'm going to let this warm up for a bit. Now, just talk amongst yourselves for a second. We're on heat 2. And sometimes I just like to give that a little bit of a go from the back. And then just hold this on there until that turns to that gorgeous metallic gold. And keep moving around. Try not to hold it in one place for too long, because you can actually overheat your embossing powder. Yeah, and you don't want that. You just want it in this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous molten gold metallic finish. And that's it. Now I'm going to let that cool for a little while. I'm going to talk about the 2 cards that I made. This card I made in exactly the same way. I took a little square of our basic white and drew a line from corner to corner, did it in exactly the same way. Then I mucked around with it, like, how do I put this square onto this obviously rectangle card? I just gold embossed this little sentiment, and then I backed those in black, and then I felt this ribbon needed to be backed in the black as well. This is one of our little gold sequins in the middle there. And yep, that's popped up. I put that onto a piece of white, basic white, those 3 pieces, and then I have popped that up on dimensionals on this card. This is that beautiful ribbon that's gold on one side and gold and Very Vanilla on the other side. So that's one card. Now that obviously matches the box perfectly. So, and then I had this thought in my head about this border, and I didn't quite space them out as well as I wanted to. So sequin. These are the heart punches, the punches that we used to have. There was a scalloped heart and a plain heart, and they nested. So that's those. I just did that in black. Heat embossed this, and this is where I overheated that. Now I'm not sure if you can see the detail on that, but it's gone a bit flat and it looks a bit grainy. It looks like you could rub that off because I held that on a wee bit too long. But yeah, inside I just put a piece of black to put against this border to give that a bit of contrast, to mimic the scalloped edge of this one here. And I just put Love You in there. And this is a very, very, very old gold thread that we had a couple of catalogues ago. And look, I loved it that much. I just bought a couple of extra spools before it disappeared. And that's those beautiful gold sequins again. There's 5 on there. That odd number creates a bit of interest. So they're the 2 cards that I made to go with this box. But now I'm going to put the box together because it took me a few minutes to work this out. So yeah, I thought you might like to see how this works. So it's crazy to me that these 2 circles make a little square box, but there you go. So the first thing I'm going to do is just rub out those pencil lines. Now, look, I don't know about you. This is just a plain old eraser. It does the trick. Does the trick for me. You know, you can spend a lot of money on a lot of things, but I'd rather spend my money on stamp sets and dies. So cheap plastic rubber that works just as well as the others. Mind you, I have kneadable rubbers from the art supply store. This works just as well, honestly. So I'm just going to rub those out, and then we'll pop this box together and I'll show you how it fits together. It's a really, really neat idea. It's so clever, I think. So all you need to do is just to go around and sort of push from the back as you're pushing down. So I'm pushing, and those score lines will find themselves. So just score around. Again, push while you're pushing down, push from underneath, and they do fall into place. So you end up with this really lovely pillow shape. Now this one was the trickiest one, was this one here, and the same on the back. So once you're there, you might as well go to that one as well, and then do the rest of them. Yeah, but it is really a cute little box. So when it's put together, it closes like a little pillow box. So that's where these self-adhesive tabs come in. So peel those off. You're going to need to take your pick. I'm telling you right now, you're going to need to take your pick, because that is really, really stuck on there. Right, there we go. So take your pick, peel it off, both of them, and just be aware of how it's got to go together, okay? So this piece has to go inside this one. So you want to pop that in there like that. Put it up to the score, and then fold this one in on top of it. Now you can still get your finger in there and your thumb inside to give that a bit of a poke down. So I'm pushing from this side and I'm pushing from this side, just so that they connect. Now I need to do the same with this one. So I'm going to push this one in, push it in as far as I can, up against the score line. So if you do it from this end, it should fall into place. And there you go. Easy as. Now you can pop your fingers in there. You can put your bone folder in there, your rule, whatever you like. And there is your little box. And it just closes like that. Now you can wrap some ribbon around. I've got this beautiful twine here, or I've got this beautiful gold thread. I think I'll just use the ribbon. I'll make a bow. Just make a bow first, and then we'll put some ribbon around it. Just a little bow, nothing too big. And I'm just going to snip that off. And you can start like this. Doesn't matter which side of the ribbon you use. Just wrap this around like this. Give it a twist, wrap it round again. And if you're good enough to put a bow on that, then put a bow on it. I usually just do a double knot. I just usually do a double knot and then add the bow later. That's cheating, I know, but if you really can't get a decent bow, then it's not really cheating, is it? So there we go. We've got our beautiful hearts. The ribbon fits kind of inside there, and I've got my beautiful bow that I can either put on the side or I can pop it on there, and away you go. So we've got our beautiful pillar box. I will put all the details below as usual, and there are the two cards. I really hope you like those. And it just so happens that it's a very sad day for me. Yeah. And yeah, I'll be thinking about Stan for a little while yet. But yeah, I will put all the details down the bottom, and I hope your Valentine's Day goes really, really well. I hope that you're at least with the one that you love. And if you've got any questions about any of that, you can put that in the comments below. You can check out my online store, or you can email me if you really have any questions that need answering. And please like, subscribe and share, and thank you so much. And please, please be kind, because you never know what's ahead of you. So be kind. Thank you. Bye for now.